Hello guys, how are you? Sorry, I'm 1.5 minutes late. थोड़ा mic setup में issue हो गया था, connect नहीं हो रहा था. So can you guys confirm that you can hear me okay? How are you going? Can anybody confirm that you can hear me okay? I can see a lot of people here. Can you guys hear me? Yes, sir. Pawan says yes, audible. Chirag. Hey, Chirag, how are you? Good to see you. Sanush says, hello, sir. How are you? I'm very good, Sanush. I am doing very, very well. Has the session started? Yes, it has just started. Okay. All right. So, can you please tell me kahan se you're logging in so that we know where all people are? Just type your city name, please. Okay. Praveen says, how's your weekend going on, bhai? Oh, weekend is very good. Today we went to watch a movie, Inside Out 2. My daughter wanted to go, तो movie देखने गए. Phenomenal movie. अगर आपने नहीं देखी है, I would highly recommend you to watch that movie, Inside Out 2. अगर 1 नहीं देखी है तो पहले 1 देख लो. But it is a beautiful movie. It will help you understand how your mind works and how your mind operates. बच्चों की मूवी बिल्कुल नहीं है. It is a bloody PhD on mindset. Beautiful movie. You should definitely watch it. वो देखी. अभी एक पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड किया which will come out hopefully this next Friday, and it is with 2 engineering students who already are working full time as a security engineer and as a DevOps engineer. Very very exciting podcast. बहुत कुछ मुझे सीखने को मिला उन बच्चों से. But it's very very exciting. Just abhi record kiya thodi der pehle. So that's how my weekend was. How are you guys doing? Where are you logging in from? Chirag, how are you and how was your weekend? Weekend ka to abhi bataya bhai. Okay. Where are you logging in from? Jara batao. Soham, Tipnis, Pune. Hey Pune, how are you? Prince, Chennai. Hey Prince, good to see you. Hope you're doing great, sir. I am doing absolutely great. Cloud Spikes from Ahmedabad. Vaibhavi from Gwalior. Are sahi. Palak from Haryana. Okay. Sir, get advices for remote job person. क्या एडवाइस चाहिए भाई? सब एडवाइस तो दे दी मैंने. प्लेलिस्ट बनी हुई है, जाके देख लो यार. कुछ स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन है रिमोट जॉब पे तो बताओ. आई कैन आंसर दैट. ओके. Zishan from Noida. Hello Zishan. KK from Chennai. Chirag from Faridabad. Dhananjay from Pune. Hey Dhananjay. Bangalore. Sanush I think है ना. Okay. लवकेश यूपी से. अरे यूपी, क्या हालचाल सर? हाउ टू हैंडल 1 year करियर गैप? भाई अगर पढ़ाई की है तो कवर अप हो जाएगा फिर. इट्स ओके. पॉइंट ये है कि आपने किया क्या है और आज आपके पास दिखाने के लिए क्या है. इफ यू हैव स्टफ टू शो, यू कैन से दैट यू नो सम फैमिली सिचुएशन, बट दिस इज व्हाट आई लर्नड इन द लास्ट 1 year. Easily handleable. It works. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I have some things to talk to you guys. I will talk that and then I'll start taking questions. So a lot of you have been asking me if I plan to do a meetup because I'm in Pune. I was thinking about doing a startup. Startup nahi, a meetup. But then I thought यार कोई occasion तो होना चाहिए meetup के लिए, right? ऐसे नहीं हो सकता ना कि चलो आ जाओ गप्पे मारते हैं. There has to be an occasion. There has to be a celebration when we meet, right? So right now we are at about 17 odd thousand subscribers. And what if today is 7th of July? What if we take a goal to hit 25K by 15th of August, right? और अगर 15th August तक 25K हो गए तो 15th August को मीटअप करते हैं, राइट? पुणे में मीटअप करेंगे. इफ यू आर इन एंड अराउंड पुणे, यू कैन गैदर अप. आई एम श्योर 15th को सबको छुट्टी होती है. आजादी मनाएंगे, जश्न मनाएंगे. We'll have a lot of fun. So let's take that as a goal. 15th August, 25K if we can hit before that. I'm somewhere around, the channel is at around 17K something. So if you can help me hit 25K, let's put that as a goal. And 15th of August, if we can get there, we will do a meetup. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah. अरे बहुत सारे कमेंट्स आ गए. ओके, पढ़ता हूँ मैं, एक एक करके पढ़ता हूँ. Okay. So let me know what you think about this plan. Hitting 25K subs by 15th of August, little over a month. You're sitting at about roughly about 17K, 7K more in in about a month. If you guys can help me with that, let's keep that as a goal. And 15 अगस्त को पुणे में meet up करते हैं. Tell me what you think about that. सर आप बड़ी मोटिवेट कर देते हो. चलो फिर करो, क्या है, 6-7 हजार सब्सक्राइबर बढ़ाना, करवा दो यार. मिलते हैं फिर पुणे में. ओके, टेल सम हैशनोड लाइक प्लेटफॉर्म. क्यों चिराग, हैशनोड पसंद नहीं आया? एक हैशनोड है और एक dev.to है. ये दो मुझे पता है जो अच्छे हैं, बट आई एम श्योर थोड़ा सर्च मारोगे तो और भी मिल जाएंगे यार. ओके, लॉट ऑफ अदर पीपल ज्वाइनिंग इन. चिराग का तो देखा हमने. मोहम्मद सिकंदर फ्रॉम बांग्लादेश. हे मोहम्मद, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? औरंगाबाद, पवन महाराष्ट्र, जयपुर, जीशान नोएडा. सर हाउ कैन आई गेट रिमोट जॉब विद हाई पैकेज? भैया उसके तो वीडियो बना दिए ना यार, देख लो, पूरा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है, प्लेलिस्ट है. ओके, चलो लेट्स गेट टू सम क्वेश्चंस. टेल मी व्हाट यू थिंक अबाउट द मीटअप आइडिया and then let's get some questions answered. Bhavalpur, Pakistan, code with Shoaib. Hey Shoaib, good to see you. Ravit, Pune, job? Yes, job. Okay, let me get some questions on. Let's see. Sir, how to find genuine company? Is it good to join startups like 1 to 10 employees? It's a good question, Raj. Now, when you look at a startup, there are a couple of things to check, right? सबसे पहले, who's the founder? उनका credibility क्या है? Is this their first startup? Even if it is, what is their legacy? Have they been around in the industry for a while? Have they created any other startups? Even if they haven't, but have they been around for a while? Have they been working for reputed organizations? Do they have credibility? That's the first thing to check, the credibility of the founder, right? The second thing to check is, how long has the startup been around? Has it been around for a year, 2 years? What has been their roadmap so far? Is the product out in the market yet? Still building it, right? And then once you figure out things like that, then you can go talk to the people working in the company and ask them about what is their investor situation, investment situation, how long of a runway do they have. But do some basic R&D. Company ka naam dalo Google पे. You can get a lot of information about when they were registered, how long ago, how many partners are there, are the partners still there that they were registered. So you can get a lot of information like that. 1 to 10 employees is not always a red flag, because there are a lot of startups which are doing phenomenal work and they could be in that zone. But be careful. Basically, check the credentials of the founder and check the investing thing. Okay. Aman says, hi, 11 years of experience, operation management. Just got into DevOps kisi tarah. But people of my age are architect level. How to proceed with aim of high paying job? Please guide. So, I mean, because you have 11 years of experience, of course, some of your peers could be architect level, right? And you've been, for whatever reasons, you've been doing operation management, which is perfectly fine. Now, suddenly you can't expect to become an architect. It'll take you 2-3 years to get that. But what you would have to do is pick up the skills, broaden up your skills, and depending on what technology you are doing, because you've got through into DevOps now, what I would tell you is first master the stack of the organization that you're working in, right? Get a good grip over it. It'll maybe take you 6-8 months to do that. Once you're comfortable with that and you are able to handle all problems in that, you're able to service customers in that stack, then you should look at making architecture decisions for that stack, because get comfortable in one, and then once you have command over one cloud, one technology stack, then you slowly start to widen yourself up, right? Because as an architect, not only do you need depth of technology, you need width of technology as well. So it'll take some time, it'll take maybe 2-3 years, but with the right amount of focus, with the right amount of learning, I'm sure you'll get there. Right? If you have any specific questions, we can connect. Okay. Sir, my question is, after working in startup for 1 year, companies are deciding my salary on the current salary, which is just 12,000. What should I do? Webby, this is true that unfortunately, when people get a chance, they take advantage. It's the unfortunate truth. You will have to do it the hard way until you find a company which is straight away giving you a decent jump. Maybe you'll have to make a couple of switches, right, to get to a higher salary. Not everybody is like this. Some people do not take into account your current salary and pay at par with what they're paying. It's just luck that you've landed up at a place which isn't doing so, which is not fair. So, what I would recommend is have some patience. You will get there. You can change, maybe do one or two switches, but don't do it only for salary. Make sure that the work is also good, so that you get good experience also, because it's just 1 year. So have some patience, hang on to it. It will balance itself out in the next 1 or 2 years, but don't just switch only for salary. Look at the work, look at the technology, look at the kind of people that you're getting to work with, because that's important as well. It's the start of your career. So I know situation thoda unfortunate hai, but that's how it is. That's where you have landed up. But हो जाएगा fix. इतना घबराओ मत. I understand. How's the present job market for DevOps? भैया अगर आपके पास स्किल है ना, if you have the right skill, then the market is never ever down, right? And I'll say this again. For the right skilled person, for the person who can communicate, for the person who can sell himself or herself, the market is never down. I told you I was just recording a podcast with two students who are from an engineering college, one in the third year, one who's just started the fourth year. They already are working, one as a DevOps engineer, one as a security specialist. So, उनके लिए नहीं है क्या situation खराब? They have the skills, they have put in the effort, right? I also just changed my job. You guys know about it. You've probably seen the LinkedIn update. So while the normal connotation on YouTube is, yeah, it's a low market. Yes, I understand. Overall, the market is not bullish right now. The market is down. Accept it. But if you have the right skill, if you have the right communication, if you can sell yourself, मार्केट कभी भी डाउन नहीं होती, बिकॉज अच्छे लोगों की हमेशा जरूरत होती है. दैट्स हाउ आई वुड आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन. ओके, Let me just scroll all the way down and see. Lot of questions here. Sir, I'm entering second year but haven't done much coding. Can I still target an internship after second year? Yeah, if you haven't done much coding, that's fine. But what else have you done? You need to talk about that, right? Have you uh, do you understand what DevOps is, right? If you've not done much coding, that means you don't want to be a developer, which is perfectly fine. What do you want to do? How did you spend the last 2 years? What is your expertise? Internship will depend upon your expertise. If you have an expertise, you get an internship, right? Okay. Sir, which job field should I get into as a fresher in order to get experience to get into DevOps? Short answer देता हूँ, long answer you can watch it in the video which is coming this Friday. In order to get experience as DevOps, you have to go through the entire SDLC. You have to create an application. अगर खुद से नहीं बनती है, डाउनलोड कर लो, ओपन सोर्स, उसको डिप्लॉय करो, उसका कोड गिटअप में डालो, उसको डिप्लॉय करो, उसका पाइपलाइन बनाओ, फिर उसको क्लाउड में लेके जाओ, उसका कंटेनर्स बनाओ, कंटेनर ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन करो, डू ऑल ऑफ दिस स्टफ ऑन वन सिंगल एप्लीकेशन. अपने आप एक्सपीरियंस आ जाएगा. You don't need to work anywhere, right? If you're not getting a job, that's how other people have done it. That's how you can do it as well. Sir, does our career get impacted if we switch companies almost every year? I'm asking this because I've already spent 7 years in a single reputed organization with a very below average package. See, reality ये है कि if you're in the start of your career, start 5, 6, 7 years, it is okay if you switch every year, 2 years, it's fine. But after a period of time, you have to start stabilizing, right? Because if you keep switching every year, if in 7 years you switch 7 companies, the eighth one is not going to keep you because you're not stable enough, right? And as you go senior, you get more responsibilities, it takes more effort, and more responsibilities are given to you. And you're not expected to suddenly drop everything and go out. So, initial 3, 5, 7 years, even if you change 2, 3 times, that's fine, understandable. You're growing, you want to make your more money, it's still doable. But after 5, 6, 7 years, you should start stabilizing. If you've already spent 7 years in a reputed organization, my friend, it is time to move on. Unless you're having fun, you're growing, but your salary is not growing, so that means you have not had much growth in your career also. I would say it's time to look for options. Okay, let me look at some more questions. Let me scan through the questions and I'll pick up some interesting ones. How to start from new? I'm starting my MC and want a very high paying job. वेरी हाई पेइंग जॉब तो सबको चाहिए ना, किसको नहीं चाहिए यार? शुरू तो कर. तुषार, you will not land a very high paying job just out of college, right? Unless you are exceptionally good. So, simple algorithm: get a job, get a good job, get your dream job, right? And if you're very, very lucky, you will skip one of these steps. But you have to follow this algorithm: get a job, get a good job, get your dream job. What will be the future framework tool for infrastructure as code? Terraform, Pulumi, something else. Right now, Terraform and Pulumi are at the top. Tomorrow, who knows? Nobody can answer that question, yeah. And how does it matter, Devashish? If you know Pulumi, if you know Terraform, even if there is a new tool tomorrow, you can easily pick it up, right? Doesn't matter. So focus on what you know today. Don't worry about what's going to happen. We'll figure it out. Sir, I have 1.5 years experience as a front end developer, but my confidence is building. Do I have to switch to DevOps? Can I switch by improving my skills? क्यों स्विच करना यार डेवऑप्स से? अगर फ्रंट एंड इंजीनियर हो, 1.5 years है, stay in front end ना. Get more experience in front end, become very good at front end, close some back end also. Why DevOps? Not everybody has to get into DevOps na. What is the big deal? Right? Become the best front end developer as is, become a full stack developer. सब पे जरूरी थोड़ी है डेवऑप्स करना है यार. ऐसा प्रेशर में नहीं आके करना है. If you don't like front end, that's a separate question, right? But not because you're seeing YouTube videos of people getting 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs in DevOps, you will switch. Maybe I can introduce you to people who are making great money as full stack engineers also, as front end developers also. तो कोई ढंग का रीजन होगा तो ही स्विच करना है यार. Sir, I have 2 years of work ex on mainframe, but currently started learning DevOps. But बीच बीच में थोड़ा confused हो जाता हूँ. Should I stay in mainframe or switch to DevOps? This is a great question. धनंजय 2 years का वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है. सी मेनफ्रेम का एडवांटेज क्या है? It will stay for the next 5-10 years at least, and the number of people who know mainframe is drastically going down, right? So it puts you in a very, very sweet spot where few people know mainframe. Large organizations will continue to have mainframe, and then you become one of the most sought after people. But the danger to it is that you have very low opportunities, because the number of enterprises with mainframe will slowly go down, right? So what I would recommend you to do is stay in mainframe, but learn other allied technologies as well, and learn DevOps for mainframe, right? Learn tools from Micro Focus, which talk about mainframe running mainframe workload on cloud. So stay in mainframe, but learn the other allied technologies around mainframe also, so that tomorrow you're not just stuck with the green screen, you also know stuff around it. But it's a very interesting combination. If you can hold on to your guts, in a couple of years, you can become very highly paid. So focus on things like DevOps or mainframe, Micro Focus tool, how to run workloads on mainframe. And आपके organization में अगर mainframe modernization journey चल रही है, उसमें participate करो, but don't completely move out of mainframe, because then you lose the edge, right? 10,000 लोग DevOps कर रहे हैं, 50,000 लोग front end development कर रहे हैं. What is unique? You have an opportunity to be very unique. Play on that. Hope that makes sense. Okay, questions तो बहुत सारे आ रहे हैं यार, जरा पढ़ता हूँ. Sir, I've wasted my first year doing nothing and regretting now. I want to be a developer. How should I proceed? Don't waste your second year. Become a developer. और क्या बोलूं भाई, रो के फायदा नहीं ना. समझ आ गई तो चेंज कर ले भाई, और क्या. As simple as that. Multiple question offer. I have one offer with me. How can I convince other employer when asked why you want to join us? This question is asked by HR before scheduling and in technical interview as well. I have one offer with me. How can I convince the other employer when asked why you want to join us? See, Prince, the reality is that the HR knows that there is no guarantee that you will join them. You know that there is no guarantee of joining, right? So be fair, be open, and say, hey, I have other offers. आपको एक्सपीरियंस कितना है उसके ऊपर आंसर डिपेंड करेगा. Because if you have an experience and if you can say this with the right attitude, you can say, hey, I'm evaluating multiple offers. Once I make a commitment, I will not come out of that. But right now, I'm in the process of evaluating offers, and I would like to evaluate your organization as well. If you have experience, if you have the expertise, and if you have the guts, this is a great stance. If you have less experience, फिर सबको पता है, सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं, कुछ नया नहीं है, क्योंकि जब तक आप ज्वाइन नहीं करते उस दिन तक कोई गारंटी नहीं है. You will have to manage your way around. Sir, I've seen your podcast. You said it is not possible to get into DevOps field as a fresher. वो सेंटेंस ध्यान से दोबारा सुनो पॉडकास्ट में. I have said it is not possible to get into DevOps field as a fresher. And experience does not mean having working only with an enterprise. Experience also means if you have built your own apps, deployed your own applications, if you have worked on open source, if you have built 4 projects, that also counts as experience, right? So listen to that interview and that statement again. That's what I said. Experience is not necessarily working with another organization as a developer. Experience can be built on your own also. How to start with good base, because whenever I start I found something lacking, so how to overcome it. ये बहुत common problem है यार. But what I would recommend is do your research, create a steps to follow. These are the 5 things that I'm going to learn in the next 2-3 weeks, and focus on that. Block out everything else, because ऐसे अगर आप switch करते रहोगे ना, तो you will never be able to complete anything, and at the end of 3 weeks, 3 months, you will feel that I've not really learned anything at all. So do some research, make your plan for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then stick to a plan. Don't look at anything else. Cut out the noise, put out blinders, and focus on that. Complete that, move to another one. Otherwise कोई possibility नहीं है यार, बहुत noise है, हमेशा घूमते रह जाओगे. Sir, I am from non-technical experience and commerce background. Would you suggest me to do certifications and what all? I need more context here. What do you want to do? What certifications are you talking about? ऐसे बताना तो बहुत मुश्किल है. How to become top tier DevOps engineer? Coming under top ones I'm talking about. First be a DevOps engineer. Top बाद में हो जाओगे. पहले ढंग की नौकरी ले लो एक. Get a job, get a good job, get your dream job. टॉप टियर अपने आप बन जाओगे. टॉप पे फोकस नहीं करते, शुरू करते हैं पहले. इससे थोड़ी हो जाएगा यार, टाइम लगता है भाई. Is doing pay after placement course good for DevOps if you have 6-month gap after 2.5 years? Is doing pay after placement course good for DevOps if you have 6-month gap after 2.5 weeks? So Neezy, I'm assuming you're asking if it is good to take a paid course for DevOps, right? So what is important is, does the course give you practical experience, and are you able to do 2-3 projects at the end of that course, right? That's how it matters. And you can go in for a paid course. It will give you a community, it will give you a good trainer who can answer your questions, or there are a lot of free resources on YouTube. People are making very good quality content, whatever suits you. But don't pay a bomb for learning basics. Meager amount, minimal amount, it's fine to pay. That's fine. I've just joined an MNC and associate software engineer, but doing automation testing using tools and technologies like Java, Selenium, Jenkins. What I will have to do to get a remote job as QA? Same answer यार जो वीडियो में दिया है. There's no difference, right? Learn in public long enough, somebody will pick you up. Same answer यार, QA के लिए भी same ही है ना. Nothing different. Okay, let me look at some new questions. साईनाथ पाजी, क्या हाल चाल? बढ़िया यार, थैंक्स. Sir, if someone switch career from development to test automation to DevOps SRE after 6-7 years experience, how can they explain into interview? Someone switch career from development or test automation to DevOps SRE after 6-7 years experience, how can they explain into interview? मतलब क्वेश्चन ही नहीं समझा. एक्सप्लेन व्हाट यार? तो फ्रॉम डेवलपमेंट या टेस्टिंग टू डेवऑप्स आपने स्विच किया, तो आई एम अज्यूमिंग आप डेवऑप्स इंटरव्यू है एसआरई इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो, तो एक्सप्लेन क्या करना है? बोल दो मैं डेवलपमेंट कर रहा था, टेस्ट ऑटोमेशन कर रहा था, आई फाउंड डेवऑप्स और एसआरई वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, आई लर्न द स्किल्स, आई स्विच्ड. क्वेश्चन ही समझ में आया यार, दोबारा ट्राई कर. ईशान मोहम्मद, मेरा क्वेश्चन पिक कर लो. ढूंढता हूँ ईशान, मेरा पिक कर लो. अरे हाँ, किधर है? वो तो ढूंढने दे यार, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है ना ईशान. आई एम लुकिंग फॉर योर क्वेश्चन. मिल गया. आई एम लर्निंग डेवऑप्स, आई हैव नॉन टेक एक्सपीरियंस एंड कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड, वुड यू. अच्छा हाँ, ये तो ईशान अभी आंसर किया मैंने क्वेश्चन, बट आई टेक इट अगेन. So DevOps, you're learning DevOps from non-tech experience and commerce background. So firstly, go on my channel. I have a roadmap, DevOps roadmap. Usme I've clearly called out what roles you have in DevOps, which can suit you. But yes, for you, it will make sense to get certifications because you don't have a tech background. So it becomes more difficult to prove that you know the technologies, right? So for you specifically, whatever area you choose, it makes sense to have certifications. Definitely. It's a good idea for you. Sir, I don't know what company demands from the student that if candidate have these skills, they will get hired. Definitely. Can you please tell me all the stuff I have to get experience in? ये तो डिपेंड करता है ना कौन से फील्ड में आपको काम करना है. डेवऑप्स का अलग है, फ्रंट एंड का अलग है, बैक एंड का अलग है. एंड व्हाई यू डोंट नो व्हाट स्किल्स कंपनीज डिमांड? Don't you have a recruitment cell in your organization? You've talked to seniors who have passed out. I'm sure there are lots of places to get that relevant information, right? Specifically on who's coming into your college, what kind of companies are coming, what kind of test they are taking, what is aptitude, DSA ले रहे हैं नहीं ले रहे, वो उनको जाके पूछो ना. You will get all that information. सर यू आर लुकिंग गुड गॉर्जियस. थैंक्स राज. अरे ये नए कैमरे का कमाल है यार, सेटअप चेंज किया मैंने. आई बॉट अ डिसेंट कैमरा विद द लेंस. ये उसका कमाल है भाई, और कुछ नहीं. और संडे था आज, नया भी. maybe that helps. Yeah, but yeah, let me know how this setup looks. That's किधर है? हाँ, that's my book that I wrote. वो बैकग्राउंड में दिख नहीं रही है, बट इफ यू गो टू Amazon, that's the book I wrote. That tree is a fake tree. उस पे नीचे लाइट लगाई है, अभी और लाइटिंग करनी है. But let me know how this setup is looking. I'm trying to up the video production value. Let me know how you like this setup. Awesome, thank you. Sir, what should I do in PIP? Should I resign or clear PIP? PIP मतलब परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूवमेंट ना, तो क्लियर करना सनी सिंह. परफॉर्मेंस पे डाला क्यों पहले तो ये बता, और क्लियर द डैम थिंग. रिजाइन क्यों करना है? दैट डजंट मेक सेंस. व्हाई डिड यू गेट इनटू पीआईपी? इंप्रूव द पीआईपी एंड गेट द नेक्स्ट प्रमोशन सिटिंग इन द सेम कंपनी. भागना थोड़ी है, सीधा हो जा. सनी सिंह, बहुत मस्ती होगी, सीधा हो जा, अभी सुधर जा. नहीं तो चित्तर पड़ेंगे, बता रहा हूँ. पीआईपी वगैरह में नहीं जाने का किसी कंपनी में. दैट्स रॉन्ग. Can't be done, dude. Sir, I want to start DevOps but don't know development. You told development necessary. But how do you advise beginner to learn development for DevOps? It is necessary. Can I start without development? Now, it's very tough. You will have to do some development, learn some language, deploy an application. So, development, see, understand what I mean by development. Development का मतलब ये नहीं है that you become a full-time developer, right? You don't know development मतलब क्या. What I'm saying is, pick one language, a compilable language, create a small application on it, put the source code and deploy it. इतनी तो डेवलपमेंट आनी चाहिए ना. नहीं तो डेवऑप्स में कैसे डेवलप करोगे? you'll have to write shell scripts, you'll have to write infrastructure as code. उधर भी तो डेवलपमेंट आनी चाहिए. तो इतनी बहुत तो सीखनी पड़ेगी भाई. Otherwise without that it won't happen. Sir, how can you find DevOps community and how can we find DevOps conference? There's something called GOOGLE Google. उस पे मिलती है. कितनी फ्री DevOps conferences होती हैं आजकल. करो. Hey Adala, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. It's been a while. I've attended DevOps classes. I'm on-premise infrastructure, Cisco. Can you give hints on how to be more consistent in practicing and working on DevOps and cloud projects? So you've attended DevOps classes. What did you learn in them? What projects did you create? Are the projects live today? Is the code in GitHub? Do you have something to demonstrate on that? That's the first thing. Second, your in-premise infrastructure. So if you want to go into cloud, pick up one cloud, create an EC2 instance on the cloud uh, through the cloud console, then create the same using command line, then create the same using Ansible or Terraform, then put in security layers around it, put a VPC, put in networking. So whatever you do on the cloud using the cloud console, start doing it using command line, then using uh, infrastructure as code things. And that's how you develop stuff. Thanks, Guru. I'm just trying to answer as many as I can here. Okay. I'm basically following your roadmap, learning Python, Go language about and some about OS Linux. How much time do I need to learn coding? मुझे क्या पता यार, तेरे पे डिपेंड करता ना भाई. What is the starting salary of QA in a remote job? Atanu, do you have a remote job? Do you have a job? उस पे डिपेंड करेगा यार. It varies, right? There is no definitive answer to this. How much experience, which country? Any remote job salary is much better than current salary. As simple as that. If it is truly remote. Is there any way to measure if my AWS cloud infrastructure is secure or not? AWS security, do you recommend any course? I do not give any course recommendations, my friend. That is not what I do on the channel. You can do some research. There are definitely ways to figure out if your cloud security, cloud infrastructure is secured or not. Read about cloud security. There are a lot of tools which can tell you about vulnerabilities, open ports, attacks, DDoS attacks. There are a lot of tools which you can deploy. Just do a Google search, you'll find that. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. सर मेरा एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन ले लो प्लीज. ले रहा हूँ यार, जितने क्वेश्चन ले सकता हूँ ले रहा हूँ. Sir, for complete SDSC, how do we get examples on GitHub? Is there any other place? What do you mean? Actually, on this subject, I'm making a video. So hang on for another week or so and you will understand this. I'm making a dedicated video on this. Okay. Is it necessary certification for non-IT student? Certification versus experience. Experience wins. No experience versus certification. Certification wins. Okay. If I make greenery in GitHub, would that make depends what you are growing on GitHub, my friend. If it is just one line code here and there, then that greenery is useless. It depends on the quality of your code, na? What applications you are making. It depends on the crop. Grass is also green, doesn't help. Okay. Sir, can you simply explain what is DevOps and what all rules are there for developers? Seriously, man. गूगल कर ले यार, what is DevOps? मिल जाएगा. सर, रोड मैप फॉर यूआई यूएक्स डिजाइनर. मैं कैसे दूंगा यार यूएक्स डिजाइनर का रोड मैप? आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है भाई. आई एम नॉट क्वालिफाइड टू गिव यू दिस आंसर यार, सॉरी. दे भी दूंगा तो गलत हो जाएगा ना. BSc student and I start web development. Is there any problem to join a company without tech degree? कोई ले रही है तो ले ले भाई कंपनी. क्या बताऊं. Which certification is important for currently market to DevOps? Aniket, I just replied that, right? It depends on what your background is, how much experience you have, what all you have done. But like I said, experience versus certification, experience wins. Lack of experience versus certification, certification wins. Sir, will my developer experience be beneficial for getting shortlisted? It depends what you're applying for and what you have done in the development experience, man. I say, just because you've been a developer for 2 years, it doesn't help, right? But that will give you a better understanding of DevOps. That was the point. Sir, Harkirat launched a Web3 course for 5K. Will it be worth it to purchase? Sure. 5K में वैसे ही क्या आ जाएगा? 5K is not a big amount, right? And Web3 हरकीरत को तो possibly आता ही है. सीख लो यार, क्या है? But I don't do any recommendations on the channel. You know that, right? You evaluate. See, there are good trainers, there are bad trainers. You have to resonate with that person. If you want to learn Web3, supposedly Harkirat has been working in Web3 for a while as a freelancer, so he knows what it is. It should be a good course. And if you are into that area, 5K is not such a big amount. What's the problem? करके देख ले. क्या है इतना? How do you keep yourself trained? Is it product documentation or do you go instructor training by that company? No. The only way to keep yourself trained is to do the thing. Documentation पढ़ लो. Trainer, if you are absolutely a fresher and you have no idea about a technology, then maybe trainer will help. But my way of doing it is by actually doing the thing. I don't read anything start to end and read about the whole thing. I read one chapter, do that one chapter. Then read the second chapter, do the second chapter. Right? That's how I do it. Do more. And then when you face problems, you figure out the solution to that problem and you will learn more. So the only way I learn something is by actually doing it and not by doing a PhD on it. That's how I learn things. So last time asking a fresher DevOps opportunity, not get any DevOps internship, please guide. So Minor, I have a video coming up this Friday with two people, two students who are in the third and the final year. They have cracked multiple internships. Go and listen to that video and it will give you all the answers. How much time I need to for about prerequisite about him? Yeah, Upendra, like I said, don't do just theory, it won't help. Read something, go and implement it. Then read something else, go and implement it. Which language should I learn first? From which career options are open? Try a bunch of stuff, yeah. Second year BTech computer science, right? Learn and try a lot of different things. Try front end, try back end, try mobile development, DevOps try karo, cloud try karo. See what works with you, right? 2023 CS bachelor no job. Can I start learning DevOps now with year gap for job opportunities? और ऑप्शन क्या है यार? DevOps नहीं सीखना, कुछ और सीख ले. बट सीखना तो पड़ेगा ना, right? No options, right? But didn't stay consistent. Can you please give me some spiritual advice? Spiritual advice नहीं, फटके चाहिए फटके. क्या spiritual advice? You didn't stay consistent. So what? Join it again and be consistent now. और क्या बोलूं यार? I mean, you gotta do the work, right? I'm sitting here at almost 10:30 at night talking to you guys. This is hard work, right? You also have to do it. So I've gone for a movie in the morning with my wife and daughter. Then we went to pick up some plants for our little nursery. My wife is into that, so did that. Then I recorded a podcast. Then I'm doing this live. Four things in one day, and Sunday hai aaj. Supposedly a day we are supposed to relax, right? And I still haven't put in my LinkedIn post for next week. Will have to do that after this live. So you've got to put in the hard work, man. It is going to take me around an hour or so. I still have to do some answering on my YouTube. There are lots of comments on the videos. So I won't sleep before maybe 1:30 today morning. So you got to put in the work, man. What else? What spirituality? Nothing. Go and do the bloody work. और क्या यार? और कोई solution थोड़ी है, कोई जादू थोड़ी है भाई. काम करना पड़ेगा ना यार. Upendra, love you, sir, and I have lots of doubts. Because of you, I cleared many of my doubts. Thank you, Jai Gurudev. Thank you very much. You also need to have a peg. Cheers, Guru. If you have time, let's connect after this. काफी देर हो गई बात नहीं की आपसे. Okay. All right, guys. So I think I've picked up a lot of questions. We just have 10 more minutes to go, right? So yeah, now I wanted to talk to you guys. That firstly, tell me how this new camera looks. Money has been spent on this. How does this new background looking? This tree will get some more lights. तो ज़्यादा light up हो जाएगा, थोड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. So let me know how this looks. And like I said, we are right now sitting at about, let me check actually. कितने subscribers हैं? Let me check right now. So we are sitting at 17.5K, right? So what I was saying earlier, I really want to do a meetup in Pune. But if we can do 25K subscribers by 15th of August, then let's plan for a meetup on 15th, right? So help me get there, and we will meet up. If you are in and around Pune, arrange to travel around 15th of August. उसके एक दो दिन आगे पीछे कर लेंगे. But mark that date, spread the word, talk to your friends, family, in your network, spread out the channel. And if there are any specific topics that you want me to cover, put them on, connect with me on LinkedIn, send me some suggestions. I already have a lot of things that you have told me. One by one, wo aata rahega. And yeah, we'll keep connecting. We'll keep doing 1 week LinkedIn live, 1 week YouTube live. So I'll keep connecting with you guys. Uh, okay. When will you? Okay, I need to answer this question. When will you stop TopMate services again? So, Jashan, honestly, I don't know that. And the reason I stopped TopMate was because when I started, I didn't know that so many people will start, blocking that. I'll be very honest. I thought, maybe 10, 15 people will block and that'll be it. But I ended up spending 4 hours every day, 3 days a week on TopMate. And it wasn't enough as compared to the impact. See, the goal of TopMate was not to make money, obviously. The goal was to be able to talk to you guys and help you. But the amount of effort that I was spending versus the impact and the reach that I was getting wasn't justified. So I've paused it for a while. I'm trying to figure out other ways in which I can connect with you guys and answer as many as I can. So now what I've decided is every week, alternate week, we'll do LinkedIn Live and YouTube Live. So every Saturday or Sunday night, we will meet for 1 hour and I will cover as much as possible. So for now, I've paused TopMate, but we'll see how it goes. You never know. But abhi to plan nahi hai dobara start karne ka, and that's the logic, right? But if you guys have any other ideas on how I can engage, what I can do, I'm happy to hear that as well. Okay. Worry not, we'll catch up. Is the start of your career. You'll make it. Yep. Yep. So do something spiritual. क्या अभी क्या जो वीडियो के लिए बोल रहे हो? I think you're talking about the video. Yeah, yeah. I have some plans. That is also coming up as well. Don't worry. ठीक है. Okay, let me have one quick look. Otherwise, we'll wind up. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And we will catch up again in the next week. Take care. Have fun. And stay blessed. Oh, Sumit Anand, let's close with this. This is a good one. Nice shirt, sir. Thanks, Sumit. Thank you. All right, guys. Cheers. See you in the next one. Bye.